Hi guys, my name is Bill Paulus, and my gamer tag is Snake Eyes BP 1980. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because due to the fact that two things. My PlayStation 4 just took a huge crap. Reason why is because due to the fact that Destiny had sent out their update or whatever, and their update literally crashed my system. To the point where I'm going to have to get rid of it. Not get rid of it, but as you can see, it's already in the car already. I am planning on taking it to Fort Wayne so that it can be fixed, or I can get my replacement. I have a year warranty on this thing previously. And the reason why I say I have a year warranty is because I have this nice paperwork right here. I blew up my receipt, and if you can see on here at the bottom of the date, it says 3/9/2016. This is my receipt or whatever to show place where I'm taking it in Fort Wayne, so it can get fixed. But since due to the fact that I'm actually waiting for my dad, we're both going to go into Fort Wayne and do some stuff or whatever there. I might show some footage if possible along the way so that you guys can I can show you how I'm going to get rid of not get rid of it, but I mean get a replacement for it, or get that thing up and running. But that's the next video. I'm going to do that later. Speaking of later, I got to have that other. I'm going to use it on this phone, basically doing the filming for that part. Now, this part really is basically my old hobby, which I have not decided to get rid of these because I like playing this game, and I have not, had any desire to get rid of it. And I built like 22 decks, I think. I think I built 22 decks. I may have probably made more than that. I don't remember, but I do build a mean deck sometimes. Maybe one of those decks where it's out of the blue type of deck, and it works very well. Per se, let's start off with showing you this first. I've actually, a long time ago, gotten my hands on the legendary collection of YuGiOh World. And basically, if you can see around the corners, this thing has seen its worst days. And quite literally, it's been, my carrying box for 4 decks. And speaking of 4 decks, let's start off with my pride and joy one. After I open this up, it has a placemat with it. That's the reason why I also keep it with this deck here, these decks, because I like using that placemat. Let's start with my infamous. Oh shoot! These cards are starting to migrate. Don't migrate! Don't stop migrating! I mean it. Stop it. I'm talking about my cards. Ooh. Sorry, but anyways, I have actually built. Let's start with this deck. The white deck. My white deck is actually nothing more than my Seto Kaiba deck. As you can see, the first card is Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I do have it mixed like monster spell. This deck is usually a preset deck that I usually try to add a card or take away a card, but in this case I'm trying to, you got the shield draining shield, which is really good in a defensive way. Masked Dragon, Dragon's Mirror, that would help with the Blue Eyes White Dragon trying to come out. I got also another Masked Dragon. Dragon's Rage. Oh. Dragon's Rage. This card's really mean for dragons as a piercing attack. Mask of Darkness. See, that's a part of Kaiba's deck. Cost down helps bring out the Blue Eyes White Dragon out. Another Blue Eyes White Dragon. So, if you haven't noticed, they look exactly alike. If you haven't noticed, the first card has that print. The second card has the same print. Birthright. This is one of those Kaiba cards too, where he used to bring back the Blue Eyes White Dragon from the grave. Spirit Reaper. He used this against Yugi in several duels or whatever. Shrink. He also used that against Yugi sometimes. Twin-Headed Behemoth. Some of these cards are pretty much... I added to think that this would be what Kaiba would use if he wants to use it. That wasn't supposed to drop like that. Sorry. Okay. Solemn Wishes. Kaiba Man. This helps attribute this card to special summon one Blue Eyes White Dragons from the hand. Again, helping the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I would have think Kaiba would have had that in his deck. Monster Reborn. And no, I'm not changing any of my decks for the new update list, because sometimes those update lists could ruin these decks or whatever. But there's only one deck out of this whole bunch that might change due to the rules. Decoy Dragon. The Shigaru Armor. I don't remember. This is really mean for defense. White Stone of Legend, which is easy. It's a tuner monster, and it can bring a send this card to the graveyard and add one Blue Eyes White Dragon from the deck to the hand, which means you can get it as quickly as possible to your hand. But if you have a tuner monster with the Blue Eyes White Dragon, guess what? You can actually summon a, Flute of Summoning Dragons, which would help if you have Lord of D. Here's the third Blue Eyes White Dragon. Dust Tornado. Again, I have, in this deck, I would always carry two just in case, because if I happen to get one Blue Eyes White Dragon in my hand, I would rather have two of these. So the White Stone of Legend kind of helps out with the deck or whatever. Again, with pollination being part of it, I gotta hurry this up. Just this new card, the Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, was my newest card that I added to this deck. Shadow Spell, Lady of D, Ancient Rule, Lord of D, Magic Cylinder, Kasi Horse, Fiend Secretary, or whatever. Mirage Dragon, Shakura Break, Paladin of White Dragon, which also helps out with the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Card of whatever. It's really a switch hand deck or whatever. Spear Dragon. DNA Surgery, so you can make it all dragons or whatever if you want to. Can't have him without having Obelisk to Tormentor. Oh, the reason why I also have Obelisk and Tormentor in here, give me a moment, is because I got his original card sitting in the background. So that's the only way I can actually do it with that deck, with that card. And then White Dragon Ritual, gotta have it with the Paladin of White Dragon. Burst Stream of Destruction. And now we're getting into the Fusion. Go ahead and start the card. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Another Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, just in case there's another chance of getting it. An Ashura Eye Silver Dragon. I think that also helps out with chances of getting a normal monster back onto the field if possible. And then I also have this King Dragon just in case I needed to make another card come available. More cards will be shown later on. I will see you guys later. Until then, bye for now.